on the ground, and it has like cutouts, and it's like
oh yeah, the hand drums.
Yeah.
The hand drums. I want one of those.
So
Are
I've
beautiful.
been looking into that because they look so much fun, and you know,
That
we're
is
gonna be in the desert with all the hippies.
yes, and you can drum like just go to the land and drum with that. How beautiful that would be, and Brian can record it and post it on YouTube, and you can create content and monetize and
I'm actually thinking about giving up all of it.
giving it what?
It's just, I feel like I need like a live life, just like in the 90s.
Yeah.
That's really.
You like speaking new language to me when you say that.
You were there, I know you were.
No, I'm talking about giving up.
Oh. I know you couldn't do that.
That's how you reach more beyond your.
That is the only reason I haven't, is to touch the tree.
What is that tattoo? It reminds me of a bear claw.
Okay. It signifies change. And I wish I could tell you more than that, but I got it out of a CD cover. When I worked in a spa, and we played a lot of Indian flute, drum music. I actually love that. I listen to that music all the time by myself at home. My kids are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just listening to this Indian go, wow, you know, the flutes. Oh my gosh. I love it. So it was one of those, and I opened it, and I was just looking through the artwork, and this was there, and it had like a blurb, and it said some really beautiful, eloquent things about what it meant, like the moon and the earth, and everything changes, and it had this whole description, and I got it tattooed, and now I'm like, it just means change. But it's like everything is ever changing, basically. And I got this right before we got married.
And
Right before we got married, so 2008.
I love that.
Yeah. And it was $60. Sometimes
Tell me if this seems true within y'all's marriage. Because I just read this or heard this a couple of days ago. It says that women can only reach a certain level on their spiritual journey. And at that point where they max out, they need to be, I don't like to say need, but they can go even further when they're in union with a masculine man. Now, a masculine man does not need a woman to reach his furthest spiritual potential. He is his spiritual potential, and it's because of that that he can hold space for the woman to find her spot in that spiritual kingdom. Also. Do you feel like you hold space a lot for Ashley?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a visual just now, a legit visual of a circus tent. And you know when they erect them, how they have like all the people around the tent, and they're all like together and they're pulling the circus tent up together. I just had this visual of a circus tent, but my husband's inside by himself, and he's like trying to hold the tent up. And I'm just doing my thing. Like, yes, I have taken a long time to get to where he was at years ago.
Yeah.
But I really went off it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was always there, but I think it was completely different after.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that. Because I was asking Heru about that. And he said, I've always had this knowing. I've always been able to look at the world and be like, why are you okay with this? And then he's like, I slowly started seeing the change go up more, like decreasing, declining. Like, why are y'all okay with this? He's like, I've always known, I just held space for better.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
No, but now I can't imagine living that way for my whole life. Because I feel like now that I know what I know and what I can see, I feel that way constantly. I'm exhausted because I don't understand, like, I walk around and I'm like, I'm not, it's like I'll be like, are you rage baiting me? You know, is my children playing like with people and things? Are you kidding? And then, how are you eating that? How are you buying that? How are you doing that? How are you living that way? How can you know, and then I'm like, because they don't know. They literally don't
They
know.
don't know.
No, oh my gosh,
It's
I
wooden,
almost
though.
told her I've never played a flute in my life, and then I was like, why? What? I played the flute, like the full-blown flute, when I was in elementary school, and I was so bad at reading music that like they wouldn't let me play it anymore. I just wanted to play it, like for fun,
Yeah.
like make music. I didn't want to read music. And that's, you know, it tracks now, but back then it was just I was so bad.
So there's something about Brian being the archer, holding the bow, and so this is like symbolic of his what he sees. Okay, like I'm gonna say philosophically, but it's like just what he sees to put words into. But you are more the arrow in the bow, right? And you take what he speaks and you project it out as like a vision, you know, through your frequency. But the frequency comes, it's like a wind wanting to come up. This is what I'm feeling. It's like a burst of wind wanting to come up. So it's more than just speaking. It's more than when you just speak. So definitely flute. Get the flute because it's in the wind when
Yeah.
it comes out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how I am with the drum, this is land. You are with the flute as wind.
Yeah. I can see that. And I always talk about when we talk about travel and people saying they love it, I'm like a plastic bag in the wind. You know, maybe a feather would be more beautiful, but I say that, like we're just floating along. Like wherever the wind takes us, and people are always like, that would make me go crazy, I can live that way. And I'm like, really? Because I don't even know where I'm gonna live in April right now.
Yeah. So yeah, and in that way you show people a different perspective
Yeah.
to life.
Which is actually the one reason I haven't given up things altogether, is because this big epiphany with Carrie Jane, this Carrie Jane came to